What's up, family? Gerald the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Let the King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
What's up, good people? BetOnline is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, B-L-E-A-V, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
All right, folks, back on to Richmond, Virginia, to Coach Chris Mooney, 18 Richmond Spiders here on the Bossman Show. Coach, good to see you again this great Friday morning. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Happy to be with you, and hope you are having a great week yourself.
Yes, sir, Coach. Hey, I'm having a great week. Atlanta Hawks training camp starts on Monday, so I'm just trying to enjoy my last few days of freedom before the grind starts.
No doubt about it.
And I know the grind started for you all this past Monday, man. So tell me about how practice has been going for you guys. How excited you get back on the court with your young men, and man, see what you all have on the court this year, man.
Yeah, it's always a great time of the year. You know, it's different than it used to be. The first day of practice was, years ago, was the first day you were with the guys all fall, and you hadn't seen them really in the summer. And now, being that we're with the guys in the summer and the fall, it's a little bit less dramatic the first day, but it's still exciting because you're in you have your full practice schedule. You're having practice uniforms, and everything kind of really gets rolling. Everything really gets rolling, and so it's great. You have guys who are excited. You have guys who are competing because it's a new year, and you're just trying to figure out what your best lineups are and figure out what the best way to play is.
100%, Coach. And this summer, Coach, I'm asking you, Coach Mooney, did you all have to do a lot of team stuff this summer? What about the guys this summer?
Yeah, so we kind of mix it up. So we'll probably basically get 4 hours, right? And so we'll usually go 4 days, maybe sometimes 5 with just an extra shooting, but for about, 40 minutes or so, maybe 30 minutes. And we'll alternate between having, one-on-one with guys, small groups with guys, or team workouts. I would say this summer we probably did a few more team workouts because we have so many guys. And just to get the newer guys used to the rhythm and the pace and kind of the things that we do that might be unique. So even if you're a veteran in college basketball and a transfer, we might do some things that are unique, and it's easier for the guys to learn if we're doing those things together as a team.
And Coach Mooney, I don't think sometimes fans understand. When you go to a new system, a new coach, it's like a foreign language almost. Like you might call it this, you might call it a smash or a dig or whatever. Hey, in your language, a little bit different. So it's really learning that new language when you go to a new team, a new coaching system, and new scheme. Because a lot of times fans don't quite understand that nuance of basketball, what we deal with.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great point. You have almost in every part of your team, everything that you call at practice, every game call, every defensive strategy, you're probably calling it something a little bit different. You're probably emphasizing something just a little bit differently, whether it's on ball screen coverage or feeding the post on offense and what you're going to do after you feed the post. So, those things that these guys who have transferred, they've worked hard to build the habits of their program. And now you're asking them to not only learn something new, but make that a habit and make it so they do it instinctually. And that takes a little bit of time.
And it's also cool. I know for you, being a part of the team and seeing how the older guys embrace the new guys, how they mesh together. I think that's always fun to see how the different perspectives comes in, the different guys there, and how they mesh together. I would find that about being a team fun when a transfer comes in, meeting them and kind of figuring out who they are, their background, so we can all become one together. Eventually, get on that court and win together, be a family.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that that's probably the biggest strain right now on college hoops, because with so much movement, if there are so many transfers in, every school's losing a handful of transfers, replacing them with transfers and freshmen. And, with all that movement, that's something that, it puts that much more emphasis on who you recruit. So not only, do you want them to be here and have the time together and work on the court and have fun off the court together to build those bonds and that relationship, you want to give yourself the best chance by recruiting the guys you think can be successful at your school and you think will fit in with the current guys you have. And that's tougher when it's a window of transferring and you might only be recruiting for 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So that's where we are right now, and that's what it is. And I feel like I hope we've done a really good job with that and recruiting the right guys who are talented, but also can be successful at Richmond.
No doubt. And Coach, do you feel like you've been there so long at Richmond, going to your 19th season here, that when you call a young man or call a high school coach, they respect it because they know you've been there a while. They know you've been successful. This is about tournament business and all those good things that helps you with that cachet to help the young men want to play for you, knowing what you've done and accomplished in your career.
Yeah, that's one thing we try to emphasize in this world where there are a lot of coaching changes, a lot of player changes, that we've had stability. And, we have 2 of my former players are on our staff. We haven't remained stagnant. We've renovated our arena and we've added a practice facility and we've, done things to really enhance the program, but that there's stability in terms of, a certain style of play, a certain relationship that we have with the players, the alumni support, the fan support that we get. So we do think that's really important and helps us not only in recruiting, but also in retaining guys.
No doubt. I feel like Coach Mooney in this new world of transfer portal, NIL, being a relationship guy, being stable, all those things really mean more now than ever because they know you're a staple there at Richmond, that you're about the community there, you're about the guys, you got players on your roster, on your staff who play for you. So it's like it's really a family for Richmond. I feel like that's piece is gonna be so important because if you're just trying to get a guy just to get you saving your job, it's like transactional. It's like not really real. But in this world where it needs to be real, guys like yourself are gonna succeed because you actually build things with young men, and you can see from your staff, you really care about your players, and you will help them after Richmond.
Yeah, exactly, and that's a big part of the offseason too. We have a lot of guys come back, to visit in Richmond, to get together, to play pickup or work out in the gym. And when our guys can see that and see the guys who have been out 2 or 3 years or 7 or 8, 9, 10 years come back, and the relationship that we have with those guys, the relationship that we've had with coaches who have been here or still here or have moved on. Yeah, I think that really is critical. And you talked about it being transactional. That there's probably a certain part of that that's unavoidable now because the player wants to go to his best possible situation. The coach wants the best possible player. But you don't want that to be the whole thing. You don't want it to be just transactional and you plug a hole for us and fulfill a duty. You want it to be where the player comes in, he has a chance to excel on the court. He has a chance to get a tremendous degree. He has a chance to improve and have more value to the team. I don't think you want it to be all transactional. I understand that piece of it, but it can't be all transactional. It has to be somewhat of your relationship and somewhat built on trust and experiences that you have together.
And coach, talk about this too. You get your guys get degrees. Guys come to Richmond, they leave with a degree. You graduate your young men. How about that also as well? Getting them that Richmond degree, helping them network with people in their major, with being close to DC and Virginia. All things you can network and get into from where your location is. But I think it's very important. People don't really realize you graduate your guys. It's very important. We are student athletes. That degree is very important, and you help keep your guys' degrees.
Yeah, for sure. We've been, lucky in that we have a great commitment from the school for our players. I think the feeling around the school is that, and around our program is that, you get your work done and you attend every class, you participate, you ask for help when you need it. Ultimately, the goal is to get the degree. And, I think sometimes we're a little bit short-sighted in the NIL world. Where, that degree is going to be worth, many opportunities that could be worth a lot of money, a lot of stability, a career that you love. And I think that we're a little bit short-sighted in the NIL in general. Not saying it's the wrong system, but getting a degree from a prestigious school, that's really going to carry value for the next 50 or 60 years. And I don't want our players to lose sight of that.
And I'm an example 101 of that. My degree is a business coach. It's not communications, but the business piece of it helps me off the air because the talking part's easy. I play ball, so I can do that easily. But it's like the business piece of the accounting, the marketing, that piece of my degree is what helps me off the air because that's where I do all my work in off the air, not on the air per se. Keep this thing rolling for the last 14 years.
No, you're right about that. Those are the most important things, the unseen part.
Yes, indeed. And coach, let me ask you this, man. If you can, who are some guys in your mind who really got better for you this summer? That really stood out to you through summer and getting better, and guys who think you have a big year for you this year?
Well, I think Aiden Noyce, number one. Aiden is a redshirt sophomore. He played a little bit last year during his redshirt freshman year, but he's very talented, can shoot the ball, really athletic, great feet. He's about 6'7". I think Aiden really had a tremendous offseason, really works very, very hard and has a chance to have a great year. Jason Roach, who played a lot for us last year, he had surgery at the end of the season. He has really improved. He's a tremendous shooter, but a guy who has even more to offer than that in terms of his grit, toughness, his sense for the game. He's really improved. And then Neil Quinn, who was a good performer for us last year, he played with the Irish national team this summer. For a 7-footer, he's really, really committed to basketball, loves being in the gym, loves playing. So I think we have had really good improvement. And over the years, that's probably been the biggest part of our formula is guys that come in and, maybe they're a little thin or just a little short or something at first, but they work really hard and they have the chance to improve. And I think that hopefully that'll continue to be something that's really, really valuable and vital for us.
And coach, you have an interesting non-con schedule. You're on the Sunshine Slam in Florida. Orange Bowl Classic, two things you're gonna be doing. But talk about those two things, and also how to challenge your team in non-con before you get to that tough A10 gauntlet you all have, man.
Yeah, we're going down to Daytona Beach, Florida, where we'll play Colorado in the first room, and the other side of the bracket is Florida State and UNLV. So that's a really high-level tournament. And then a little bit later in early December, we go down and play in the Orange Bowl Classic, which I think we did in 2009 or 10. And we play Florida in the Orange Bowl Classic in Fort Lauderdale. We also have Boston College away and Wichita State. We host Siena. So we feel like we've put together a really challenging schedule. And, we've always done that at Richmond. I think that that's just something that's part of who our program is and how we go about it is that we, our greatest, our most recognizable national part of our program is these wins over big teams like Indiana and Kentucky and Kansas and Wisconsin and Purdue. And so I think that, we want to continue to give ourselves those chances as much as we possibly can.
That's one for you, coach. How about this, man? Being able to promote phones in your already ecosystem and also finding quality guys outside of the Richmond family, building your staff, having that quality staff. You have a great staff. I've seen the guys who you hired, man, on staff promoted this summer, man. Talk about that and how key it is to have good people in that's inside, outside of the family to really do good work for you and your vision for this program.
Yeah, that's everything. I mean, you have to have, this is a hard job, in terms of, there are a lot of hours spent coaching, mentoring, recruiting. There are a lot of times away from your family. We had a really busy spring and summer because of this new wave of recruiting, which includes the transfers and the transfer portal. And so it's just a lot of time, a lot of hard work. And the priority has to be helping the players, and making sure that the players just are continually know they're supported, that they have a whole staff that's there for them for little things and big things. These guys are away from their homes. They're giving many, many hours to the team, and our coaches. I think the demand on them is to make sure that the players are doing it the best they possibly can. And I think we've been able to find great coaches and guys who really understand that, are committed to everybody in the program.
Coach Mooney, thank you for coming on the show as always, Coach. I'll be cheering for you. Hope to talk to you in March after you win in D.C., man. If we're celebrating again, when you going to dance again? We did last time, so we'll do it again, Coach.
Sounds great. Thanks for having me on. Great to see you.
See you, Coach, and be safe, man.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
What's up, good people? Bet Online is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. Bet Online continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, when the game starts. What's up, family? Jared the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Check The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to The Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.